Hello audience, welcome to Geek's Refuge, and I am your host, Anthony Yam. Joined by...
Raimundo!
Also...
Christopher Kane.
Nice. And today, we're going to be talking about Borderlands, or as how the fans call it, loot, loot, and more loot. There really is very little else to say about it.
It's loot with side of loot, plus some more loot with
And maybe
side
some
order,
Thresher Malls.
and maybe some Thresher Malls with side order of loot.
Yeah, that's all you need to know. I'm just kidding. We're going to talk about the story. Despite what we're saying, it does have a story. It's about people wanting loot.
Pretty much. The main story of Borderlands 1 is you're a Vault Hunter, one of four. There's Roland the Commando, Maya the Siren, Mordecai the Hunter, or Brick as himself, or aka the Berserker.
Yeah.
And you're here on the planet known as Pandora.
Pandora.
Because you were promised endless amounts of wealth and loot.
From something.
Yet
From
there are
the
no
vault.
blue aliens with hair penises.
That's
What?
true.
Pandora.
Have you never watched Avatar?
Of course I
Yeah.
have. I know what you're talking about. But yes, they were promised loot. Endless amounts of loot. From a vault. Now in this game, vaults aren't just normal like, somebody, I want to put my money away in a vault. No. Vaults are like magical things that have weapons, money, resources. They have like tons of stuff. Most just have loot.
Is
Most.
there Vault 111?
No. There probably is.
Maybe.
About that many. If you look throughout somewhere else in the universe. But on that planet, they don't have that loot yet.
Yeah. So for Borderlands 1, you choose one of the four main characters, and you get off of the bus. You were on the bus this whole time. You meet one of the side/main characters, Marcus Phoenix. He's is his name Marcus Phoenix?
Wait, Marcus Phoenix.
I think his name is Marcus
We
Phoenix.
talking about Marcus Phoenix, the
the old
Wep-
man. Yeah, old man.
the weapons guy.
Yeah, Marcus. But I think his name is Marcus Phoenix.
Marcus Phoenix.
So that's what he did after
Marcus
the
Phoenix.
war?
That's what he did after the war.
Yeah.
He sold guns.
Marcus, don't no returns.
What about Dom's Tomatoes?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
But
Marcus, no returns.
you meet Marcus. He's a gun seller, also kind of an asshole, but doesn't really matter. And then you meet CL4TP, also known as Claptrap, who is the goofball of this entire series, and everybody either hates him or loves him.
It's shut your claptrap.
Exactly. I personally absolutely hate Claptrap and hope he frickin' dies.
Yes. Even if you make him purposely annoying for the sake of the game, he's still annoying.
Like, there are some very rare moments where you're like, wow, Claptrap was cool. But those are so few and far, it's just like...
And in Borderlands
Kinsid.
2, that never happens.
Yeah.
His name's Marcus Kinsid.
Whatever.
Nice.
I thought it was Marcus Phoenix. Leave me alone.
Marcus Phoenix. Marcus, no returns.
And Claptrap's... He's got mad beatboxing skills from when I played Borderlands 2.
God damn it. We ain't talking about Claptrap anymore before we want to kill ourselves.
Alright, so Claptrap tells you to use, what's it called, the new U machines, which are created by...
They're basically the game's way of explaining respawning.
Yeah. It downloads your persona
it downloads you.
into the database.
Yeah, into the database, and when you die, it just recreates you. So basically, every time, unless you go through Borderlands without dying a single time, you're playing as a clone.
Basically.
Yeah.
So wait. I'm confused then.
What?
Not to take it off topic with Borderlands 2. Why didn't Roland just come back to life?
Because it.
I will explain that when we get to Borderlands 2.
Okay.
I was just
Because that is something I know a lot about.
I was just gonna make the joke because he's not the main character anymore.
By Borderlands 2. So Borderlands 1 picks up with you getting off the bus, you meeting Claptrap, him explaining the new U machines to you, and then you're tasked with taking back the town of New Haven. Yeah, New Haven.
Not the old one, the new one.
Yeah, you're tasked with taking back the town of New Haven.
What happened to Old
Oh,
Haven?
no, not New Haven. Taking back the town of Flintstone.
Flintstone?
Firestone.
Firestone. Oh, that one.
Taking back the town of Firestone from bandits that have taken over. You kill all the bandits and you save Dr. Zed, who is another main/side character.
He's kind of like the wacky doctor who you don't actually want to be your doctor, but you think is kind of funny.
So he's the medic from Team Fortress 2?
Yes. You don't want him to be your doctor, but he's pretty cool.
He's also kind of a psycho, kind of not.
He knows what he's doing. He's just very experimental.
Imagine Dr. Mengele from, the Holocaust, but not that severe.
I mean, you do when you first meet him in Borderlands 2, you walk into him cutting someone open.
Well, yeah. You walk into him literally chopping someone open. But it doesn't matter because he gives you health and shields and ammo.
And he gives you the quest for the Infinity Bee.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
But after you save Dr. Zed, he tells you need to go meet a guy named TK Baha, who is another side/main character in this game, who happens to be blind. Now, the fact that he's blind, you don't realize until you actually talk to him. But he points a shotgun at you because he can hear you. He can hear you, he can smell you.
Yeah, he's like one of those people with those like really heightened senses.
So he's the
and
Daredevil.
He's
He
the
is
Daredevil, but he can't make a freaking bus, or he doesn't go insane from a bus walking by him. Yes, I said walking.
He tells you that you need to start helping him find these little pieces of things that you need to fight a mini boss known as Nine Toes.
Nine Toes.
Well, he's kind of like a mini boss ish.
All bosses in this game have a really weird name.
Yeah, and Nine Toes is in a bandit camp that you have to fight your way to, but you have to help TK Baha and Dr. Zed with certain little knickknacks for them to give you the items you need and the experience you need to get up there to the level you need.
Also, just to point it out there, almost everything's gonna be in a bandit camp. Just saying.
Yeah, the whole point of this game is that
To kill Jason Voorhees.
to kill Jason Voorhees is that the bandits are the bad guys of this game, and they're basically just normal people that like to shoot everything in the face.
And are kind of psychotic.
Yeah.
A little, very.
And they kind of taken over all of Pandora, so your job is to get loot, get money, get rich, but along the way, kill anything that stands in your way.
Kill Jason Voorhees.
So basically Pokemon.
Yes!
Well, I mean, you do murder a lot of people in that.
Well, except that they don't use guns in Pokemon. They don't need guns. They have Pokemon that can make black holes.
Mm-hmm. So, the story. That's pretty much it?
No.
The story's kind of basic.
It's a lot more basic than every other story. You help these different people throughout the game. You eventually figure out that an AI, to your knowledge, known as Angel, has been talking to you, leading you throughout how to get to the vault, which is the main area you go to where you get all the money, or so you think.
Not money, but, weapons.
Money, loot, whatever your heart desires.
Mostly loot.
And she leads you throughout all these meaningless tasks to open the vault. So you have to kill certain people, hunt down these people, help certain people, and along the way, you make new allies and new enemies. You get to a point where, what's it called? You fight the Atlas Corporation, who are basically like the big bad guys of...
I thought Atlas was Borderlands 2.
No, that was Hyperion.
Atlas is Borderlands 1. Hyperion is Borderlands 2.
And then Doll is pre-sequel.
Oh yeah, Doll's the
Doll.
pre-sequel.
Yeah, it's Doll.
As you fight your way through, you meet new enemies, you level up, you gain new skills, and you get a crap ton of guns and loot and ammo and money and everything.
Mainly because that's the entire point of the game. You want better weapons so you can take on stronger bosses to get more weapons. It's basically like an MMORPG. That's basically the only point.
Yeah. And as you fight your way through, you kill bigger and bigger bosses, basically almost stepping up your game every time you go to fight a new big boss. They get bigger and bigger. You start off with a small little guy.
Literally.
Yeah, a small little guy, and eventually you're fighting something the size of a skyscraper just to get the final piece you need.
Or, tentacle monster.
Tentacle monster, yeah. But towards the middle of this game, you end up fighting for these freedom fighters known as the Crimson Raiders. And the Crimson Raiders are led by Helena Pierce, who is a resistance fighter, and she is trying to fight back against the Atlas Corporation, who she left because she figured out that they were doing terrible things to the people of Pandora.
To anyone, really. That's like
Yeah.
all corporations in this game. Everyone's evil in this game, by the way. There's no good people.
But anyways, you help her with her tasks, and she leads you to a scientist, a crazy-ass scientist known as Patricia Tannis. The thing about Patricia Tannis is she knows a lot about vaults. She knows a lot about vaults and a lot about the aliens that reside within the vaults.
Oh,
And
that scientist.
And protect the vaults. So it's your job to go find her and help her out with whatever the hell she needs because she knows how to open this thing up.
She also doesn't know how to socialize.
Yeah, she locked herself away in the middle of a canyon surrounded by giant spiders.
For how long?
For 14 years?
Yeah, she's very antisocial, so when she actually joins you, she has no idea what the hell to say.
And, Alright, we're back. And, we left off on Patricia Tannis. After completing most of her missions, she gives you her final piece of what you've been collecting known as the vault key.
Yeah.
And the vault key is used to open
The vault.
which is the main thing you've been trying to get at this whole time. It's the whole reason why you're
For all the money and the gems and the loot.
Yeah, it's the whole reason why you're on Pandora is for the vault.
The loot, you mean?
Well, the vault and what's inside the vault, which is
Yeah.
loot and whatever your heart desires, supposedly.
Yes, supposedly.
By this
You
time,
know that always goes well for everyone.
Yeah. By this time, she tells you the location of the vault, and you start making your way to it. This is where Atlas becomes a big problem. They show up in force, and they, what's it called? You have to invade one of their facilities to figure out where exactly the vault is hidden, and you find out that Atlas is here to stop you from opening the vault, because they want to open it themselves. They managed to make a copy of the key, because they found Tannis and beat her until she told them how the key was made and then where the vault is. So you fight your way through this facility, and you get the location of the vault. By this time, you're in what's known as the Sand Flats, and you have to kill a bandit leader who has the access codes to enter the area where the vault is. Because for some reason, Atlas decided to trust this bandit with the access code for some goddamn reason.
You know, because that's not going to backfire at all.
So you work your way up through his giant... It's like a sand crawler from Star Wars, kind of, but it's like a...
Worse controlled.
Yeah. You fight
can't...
your way up it. You kill him and his henchmen, and you get the access codes you need. By this point, New Haven has fallen, and everyone has escaped. And what's it called? You're tasked with finding the last couple pieces that you need to get into the area. Once you finally get those pieces, you head to the Iridian Blight, I believe it's called. It's the area where... it's kind of like the aliens' holy area that leads to the vault, but Atlas has already broken in here and is starting to kill a lot of the ancient aliens that control it, known as Iridians. You fight your way through there, fighting both Iridians and Atlas, until you get to it gets like a plateau right before the vaults. And this is technically the final area of the game. You have to fight through an entire endless wave of Iridians with Atlas troops because they're starting to work together because they realize how strong you are as the Vault Hunter.
Also because you're the protagonist.
Yeah, and it's kind of meant for them to stop you. What's it called? As you do this and you finally kill all of them and make your way to the vault itself, you enter the vault room, or kind of area, I guess. And what's it called? Atlas is there, but the leader of the Atlas forces on Pandora, known as Commandant Steele, is there, and she had already opened the vault. And she's just like bragging towards you as you just show up already too late, thinking that she won. And she tells some of her men to go in and search the vault. And as she turns around to go again towards you, a giant tentacle spike thing comes out of the vault and stabs her in the chest, killing her instantly, and then bringing it back towards it, revealing a giant tentacle monster creature known as the Destroyer, which is actually what was in the vault the whole time. There was no loot, there was no guns, there was no money, there was nothing besides the Destroyer.
Because they're known as what? Vault keepers?
Vault keepers, yeah.
Yes, vault keepers.
And there's nothing else in the vault.
No, just
No.
the Destroyer.
Just the Destroyer. But since this is a game, after you kill it, loot.
It drops a bunch of loot. So you're tasked with killing the Destroyer. Now this is quite an easy boss battle. Probably one of the really easier boss battles in
the entire
game.
series, out of all of the boss battles, probably the easiest.
Because all the Destroyer does is kind of sit there and let you shoot at him. The only problem is that he has a absolute buttload of health.
Yeah.
He's basically a giant bullet sponge.
What would you call the hardest out of the three?
Probably the Sentinel from the pre-sequel.
Yeah.
Because he has 8 faces.
Oh, that nightmare of a boss.
So that's Borderlands 1.
Pretty
Yes.
much. That's the gist of Borderlands 1. You kill the Destroyer, and you find out that there was nothing in there besides just the Destroyer.
Yes.
So you decide to go and...
But I think this is also where you learn that there's more than just one vault.
yeah, this is where you find out that there's another vault and Pandora. But this is when you also find out that...
It's not even including the badass crater.
yeah, you also find out that Pandora is going to get another invasion, but not from Atlas anymore. Hyperion is coming.
Yes.
And they're coming in force to patrol all of Pandora and find the second vault.
'Cause they got weapons. They got good weapons too.
Yeah.
And that's and what about, is there anything like fun story-based DLC or anything?
There are DLCs
Yes, there
to
is
this
DLC.
game. I guess the main story DLC would be General Knox's Secret Armory. Because
Yeah.
what it does is it extends a little bit past the end of the first game. Everything's already dead. Commandant Steele is dead. And you've already killed the Vault Monster.
It's also a glitch to get infinite weapons.
Yeah, you're tasked with destroying the final Atlas stronghold on Pandora. And it's... you have to fight your way through absolute crap tons of bandits, and then literally the last remaining Atlas forces on Pandora. So it is kind of a small army that you have to fight your way
So
through.
it's like Broken Steel.
Kind of, yeah. It's
Yes.
just like the last of
The last
remnants
remnants.
of the Atlas Corporation that's left there. You fight your way through, and you get to the end, which is General Knox's armory. And at the end, you fight General Knox. He is a general for the Atlas Corporation. And, what's it called? He already wants to kill himself. He doesn't like Pandora. He hates everything about Pandora. He hates all the bandits. He hates having to stay stationed there. So when you go first to kill him, a cutscene plays, and it has him standing there in his giant mech suit. And then all these guns come out, rockets, missiles, everything. And he has a button on his mech that's to kill himself. And he sees you there, and he's like, damn it. He presses the other button, and it turns all the guns and rockets off, and they go back into their little hidey holes, and you fight him. But he doesn't want to be there whatsoever, so you're kind of doing him a favor and putting him out of his misery and not having to be on Pandora anymore.
Even though he was going to kill himself.
Yeah. And after you kill General Knox, then it opens up his armory, which has a shit ton of bombs in it with I think it's a 5-minute timer. And your task is to get in there and get as many guns as you can. Because it's just full of chests that you can open. But you only have a 5-minute timer to get in there and get as many as you can. As soon as the 5-minute timer ends, it blows up, sends you out, and you're done with that vault, you can't go back in it. There is a glitch, which is very, very simple to do, and it lets you go in the vault as many times as you want. It's really simple, but really game breaking because you can go in the vault as many times as you want.
And you can get all this legendary weapons.
Most people do the glitch just because it's
Free weapons.
free weapons.
There's
You don't have
also,
to-
there's a similar glitch in the pre-sequel, but it deals with the key box.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's the key glitch. And basically that just lets you get infinite keys. Infinite keys let you open the legendary box, which gets you a crap ton of legendary gear.
So who's Moxie?
Moxie? An ass. Nobody likes her, really.
What do you mean? How does nobody? You are.
I don't like her, in all honesty. She's
You don't
annoying.
like Moxie? Why? Because
She's annoying.
She's
Very
not annoying.
annoying.
You only talk to her in Borderlands 1 if you download General Nox's Secret Army. It's the only time you ever talk to Moxie.
Well, I'm
She
talking
doesn't
about...
And her Underdome. That's it.
And
Isn't
I
the
really don't
Underdome
like her.
DLC where you meet Tiny Tina?
No.
No. Does Tiny Tina even appear?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
No one from Borderlands 2. Only people in Borderlands 2.
Are the ones from Borderlands 1.
Yeah. Everyone from Borderlands 1 transferred over to Borderlands 2, except for obviously General Knox because you
He
freaking killed him.
did.
But
Yeah,
that
Tiny
pretty much,
Tina, though.
it pretty much concludes Borderlands 1.
It's very basic, very simple. Any questions, Chris?
Not really. You kind of gave me the gist of it.
Yes, it's very basic. Of course,
Alright.
Brick.
Yeah. All the Vault Hunters that you can play have unique personalities. Brick is the Berserker. He's kind of like a big guy. Not
The
very
idiot.
smart, but
He's
he's
Salvador.
he's the bronze of the group.
I just realized there's a character named Salvador, and then we have Salvador in our class.
I do. His name
Actually,
was
I don't
Selvin.
remember names. Selvin.
Sylvan?
Selvin, not
Why did I say
Salvador.
Salvador? Don't worry about it. His name is Salvador now. Either way. Okay.
So that's it?
Yeah.
Yes. And this is Geek's Refuge signing out.
Bye.